Hello dear children, how are you all? Dear children, I hope that you have completed your half yearly examination with very well condition. So before starting the unit 7 of our civics yani SPL, so let us start our part first, that is understanding our criminal justice system. What we are going to study in this chapter about our 4 key factors which plays the very main and important role to find out the justice. So let us start. The first topic is here, what we are going to learn is about the criminal justice system and its key players. So dear students, when someone violates the law, the police takes action against the person by either arresting them or starting an investigation. After this, what happened? The court of law decides whether the accused person is guilty or not. This is the whole process of the criminal justice system. So in this chapter, we will learn about the 4 key players that are involved in this criminal justice system. So what are the 4 key players? Number 1 is the police, second is public prosecutor, third is judge, and fourth is the defense lawyer. So we will learn one by one. So first we will learn about that what is the role of the police in investigating a crime. Dear students, one important function of the police is to investigate any complaint about the commission of a crime. An investigation includes recording statements of witnesses and collecting different kinds of evidences. On the basis of the investigation, the police are required to form an opinion. If the police thinks that the evidence points to the guilt of the accused person, then they file a charge sheets in the court. As stated at the beginning of this chapter, I have told you also that it is not the job of the police to decide whether a person is guilty or innocent. That is for the judge to decide. So dear students, therefore police investigates always have to be conducted in accordance with law and with full respect for human rights. The Supreme Court, which is known as the highest court of our country, has laid down guidelines that the police must follow at the time of arrest, detention and interrogation. The police are not allowed to torture or beat or shoot anyone during investigation. They cannot inflict any form of punishment on a person even for petty offences. Here article number 22 of the Constitution and criminal law guarantee to every arrested person the following fundamental rights, that is the right to be informed at the time of arrest of the offence for which the person is being arrested. Second is the right to be present before a magistrate within 24 hours of arrest. The right not to be ill-treated or tortured during arrest or in custody. Confessions made in police custody cannot be used as evidence against the accused, and the boy under 15 years of age and woman cannot be called to the police station only for questioning. So this is what is the role of the police, that a police officer is the person who investigates any complaint about a crime, and one of the important roles of the police includes recording statements from witnesses and collecting different kinds of evidences. So this is our first key player. Second is, what is the role of the public prosecutor? So dear students, public prosecutor, a criminal offence is regarded as a public wrong, and what is meant by this is that it is considered to have been committed not only against the affected victims but against society as a whole. Dear students, do you remember the case of the dowry death of Sudha that we have read about in previous chapter also? The case against the accused Lakshman and his family was presented by the state. So that is why the case was called the state versus Lakshman Kumar and others. So similarly, in court also it is the public prosecutor who represents the interests of the state. The role of the prosecutor begins once the police has conducted the investigation and filled the charge sheets in the court. He or she has no role to play in the investigation. The prosecutor must conduct the prosecution on behalf of the state. So, as an officer of the court, it is his or her duty to act impartially and present the full and material facts, witnesses and evidences before the court to enable the court to decide the case. So, this is the whole role of the public prosecutor. So, let us have a quick revision of this. What we have learned, that a public prosecutor, it is a criminal offence, it is a public wrong, and hence the person who represents the public states is called a public prosecutor. And the public prosecutor needs to be impartial and present all evidences and witnesses before the court. Third key players which are involved in the criminal justice system is the judge. What is the role of the judge? The judge is like an umpire in a game and conducts the trial impartially and in an open court. The judge hears all the witnesses and any other evidences presented by the prosecution and the defense. The judge decides whether the accused person is guilty or innocent on the basis of the evidence presented and in accordance with the law. If the accused is convicted, then the judge pronounces the sentence. He may send the person to jail or impose a fine or both, depending on what the law prescribes. Fourth key factor is here about the defense lawyer. A defense lawyer is a person who represents the person facing the charges. So dear students, these are the four key players which are responsible for the criminal justice systems, that how the justice systems runs. So dear students, revise these whole concepts what we have learned today, and your today's homework is to complete page number 62 of your lead supplementary book. Till then, take care and goodbye.